Welcome back, guys. We're going to continue on with this Habsburg campaign with the border troops on general difficulty. And this is what I was saying about the being able to kind of use the supply wagon even though it's currently bugged. Basically, I can't remember the exact amount, but I think it comes with about 200 ammo. So if you just reduce your troops by 20 on each one, then in the deployment phase, you will top up all of these troops if you move your supply wagon around. I'll demonstrate in the first battle. And so you are basically going to save yourself about 200 ammo every fight. So although you don't use it during the battle itself, because obviously it's bugged and it keeps retreating, you do still benefit from it by getting an extra 200 ammo in your supply every fight. So I could probably reduce these a bit further because 20 times 8 is not quite 200. So if I wanted, I could reduce this and this. But I don't actually know if it is still 200. Might have changed it. So we're just going to play it safe and just leave it like it is. Because at first it was 500 and it was just super OP. So we changed it down to 300 and that still felt a bit too powerful, so then we changed it down to 200. So I assume that it hasn't been changed since it was at 200, but I don't know for certain. Right, so we could buy some stuff here if you want, but it's not cheaper and we've got money. So we've got supplies, sorry, so it's not really important. I don't really want recruits because of our doctrine. Is recruits veterancy is 20% slower. So I'm looking for either artillery or Grenzer Fusiliers. So they're the two things that I'm really after. Yeah, I could. I haven't actually tested this. So when you change from open formation to line formation, is it actually useful? So basically, I don't know. What I want to test is, do you get any bracing bonus when using light infantry? And if you don't, how fast does the bracing bonus build up if you change from open formation to line formation? So they're the two questions that I've got at the moment. So that's what we're going to test in this next battle. Should we quickly run over and grab this battlefield? Right, so this is what I was talking about with the officers. Sometimes they get killed, so looks like we were successful on that attempt. Let's see which officer it was. Looks like it was Robert Belisarii. So cover effectiveness is going to be best choice, and he's got 2 levels, so we could get... Oh, look, another supply wagon. I've actually been offered the supply wagon 3 times so far, but with them being bugged, I don't really want to take them. So I'm going to go for artillery, I think, and then use him as our artillery commander. Yeah, let's do that. And then he can be the next commander. So we're going to come back. So we can face a weak one or a tough one. So we may as well face a tough one. We get a free artillery regiment. This costs 600, so we're not going to be able to use it quite yet. I probably should have sold some stuff at that last place. I didn't think about it. So they've got a considerably larger army than we have, but we've got light infantry which are really difficult to hurt, so... What weapons he got? He's got a £3 gun. He's got canister rounds, so I can take the canister rounds off him, put them onto him. So now we've got canister on both of our bronze guns. Yeah, he's only got 3 extra units than us, so it's not a huge amount. They've got recruits. Yeah, mainly recruits, so these aren't going to be quite as dangerous as they first appear on paper with them having such a large amount of troops. They're all going to be pretty weak, so... Right, what was it that we wanted to test? That was it. If light infantry get a bracing bonus. I don't think... Well, yeah, when I say I don't think they do, I don't actually know. Yeah, so apparently they do. Bracing 100. So they get a bracing bonus. So if I change from light to line, I think I should be fine. Right, so if you have a look here, if we select our supply wagon and then move it over during this deployment phase, we actually supply everybody. You can see up here that it's using the ammo. So it looks like we actually get 300 ammo, not 200. Interesting. I thought we reduced it down to 200. Looks like we didn't. Okay. So that's one way to use the supply wagon while it's bugged. Okay. So we've only currently got 2 line infantry. I think we should be okay. Right, ideally we'd want to be here, but we're not going to make it that far. So here is potentially second best. Could come across here. That's quite nice cover across there. But then it would be giving them this tree line. We could come diagonally across here, but that would kind of be a bit awkward. Being on an angle to them. I think maybe this diagonal isn't a bad idea, actually. So if we did that, we need 1 here. Oh, that is incorrect. I have selected the wrong guy. Then we need these 2 in the middle. With... Who is the other one now? I'm getting confused. Him, yeah. Okay. So he would need to be there like that. Okay. What shall I do with the general? They've got 2 cavalry units, which are almost definitely going to chase the general. But we could still try it. I don't think the general's that necessary with us using light units. Not really going to need the morale bonus from him. So he's got 1 cavalry on this side and 1 on that side, so yeah. Probably not going to be able to make use out of it, but I'm going to see if I can drag him out of position. See if we can take down that cannon. So this was the thing I was worried about, was we're going to get flanked quite badly over here. So we're going to need to change his position and then change his as well. Right, we're doing quite a bit of damage to him, but nice. That's what we want. And then let's see if... yeah, so I'll be able to change to canister shot and they'll be in range. So it doesn't look like I'm going to aggro this guy. I am very close to his shooting range, so I have got to be careful here. I didn't actually look to see how much we were on, so 88 and 53. So let's see how much damage they do on the next shot. 88 and 53. Oh, apparently he just shot a couple. It's like he's on free fire. So he did 16 kills with 1 of the, or maybe 2 of the artillery, because he definitely wasn't fully reloaded when he took that shot. So 104 and 65. So 104 is 53. 65 would be 45, so yeah, not bad. 53 and 45. I'll take that from a single volley. Looks like we're about to get charged, so let's test it out now. It's probably not a good idea to test it out, but I just want to know. It's good to know. So let's see how much the bracing changes. It basically doesn't change at all. Okay, that's disgusting. Obviously it would have been better if this was a line troop, but being able to just line up like that and get full bracing. Right, we did take a significant amount of losses, but it's worth testing. So he's not going to be able to shoot in now because you can't shoot over light infantry while they're in line formation. But it was worth the test. It was worth the test. So we're getting charged here, and all we can do is go into line. See, this is what I really wanted to know, was whether these can protect cannons from cavalry charges. But I don't think they can. So I'm going to need to counter-charge here then instead. I mean, it's not bad, obviously. It's not bad. We lost 140, they lost 130. So it's doable, but it's just not ideal. Okay, so we've scared them off now. Obviously we took a lot of losses there. We're going to want to try and shoot here. Right, so obviously he can't shoot because we're in line formation, so let's see if we can shoot over there. And then, because of our little test, it means that these sharpshooters are going to be in a very vulnerable position, and I could quite easily lose the officer here, so... it might be better off if I don't put them back in front. I mean, I could do still. It's a bit of a risk, but... the artillery actually took some morale loss. I wonder what that was from. Maybe from these Granzas retreating. Okay. Well, it was good to know. These are the things that it's always good to find out. Oh, one thing that I have noticed, my supply wagon hasn't retreated. I wonder why. Oh, he's still in line formation, so let's get him in. Open. Yeah, he's not going to make it back here in time, but it was worth it to find out these different things that we needed to learn. It might actually be worth retreating. Yeah, so let's just charge the general in and then retreat. Because this was basically just a tester. Just so we can learn a few different things. Quite happy with what we've learned. So we can now treat with everybody, reform, go back in again. So it's going to take a short while for these to replenish the losses, so I might not engage immediately. I might run away just while I'm recovering with these. He's gone up to level 5 already. That's amazing. Reload speed and movement speed, cover efficiency and fire damage. They're both brilliant. I mean, this is also good. Melee damage and veterancy. Well, what do you take when you get 3 brilliant choices? Cover efficiency, fire damage. That just feels nice. But then again, reload speed. Veterancy? Oh god. What a tough choice. I'm gonna take elusive. Kind of fits into the theme of what we're doing. So as you can see, even though I reduced the ammo, the units are still at the same as they were at the start of the fight because of the ammo. The supply wagon topped everybody up. So basically what's happening is they're topped up to 80 at the start of the fight, and then they use their ammo down to 60 or whatever. And so at the end of the fight, they've only used the ammo that they were given from the supply wagon, so they're not actually consuming any ammo. That's the reason that we're at the same as we were at the end of the fight. At the start of the fight, sorry. Okay, it's unfortunate that he is on the right-hand side of us, so he is going to kind of block us a little bit. But we're going to use forced march and just run away. We don't want to run away completely, so let's just change back to normal march. And then basically what we want to do is sell some stuff. I'm going to keep this howitzer. Keeping these for events. And then we can open up this brigade, stick him in. Now this has got the artillery range, so let's bring him over there. We can reduce these by even more because we've got another 100 to play with, so that's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So that should be the correct amount for the supply wagon to stock everybody up. Then we're going to want to put that on him. I could sell this £3 gun. I might keep it. Might keep it just in case I do need it. I don't think I'm going to need it, but... And then we've got 723. Yeah, so we haven't got any light infantry. I think I do kind of want some more line infantry now that I know that the light infantry are going to take a significant amount of damage from a charge. Can't really rely on them to hold the line all the way across, because that was the idea. Only use light infantry and cannons, but they just take a little bit too much damage on the charge. So I only really want light infantry in front of the cannons. Everywhere else I want line infantry, so yeah, I am gonna see if I can... I need 1,000 gold though for this. Austrian Fusiliers. I might go for these Austrian Fusiliers instead, they're pretty decent. And they only cost 945. So as soon as I kill these, I'll be able to afford them. Or if I sell some stuff, I'll be able to afford them straight away. I mean, I could sell just this silver gorget and afford them straight away. I'll probably get another one. So how much did I need? 945. Almost be able to afford it just selling that. I'll probably get some more captured uniforms as well, or I could just sell this gun. Ah, that's only 100. I thought it was 200. My bad. Right, maybe not then. I still need to delay slightly for him to recover, so I'm not going to face him quite yet. I'm just going to carry on running. Right, if we fight him, that'll be a fairly easy fight. We'll be able to keep outrunning him for a while. So we'll be able to get some money from it and then buy some more troops. So it's not ideal running away, obviously, because we're not able to do the events. But it'll do for now. Right, I don't need anything. Everything is fine. Just got to remember to restore everyone's ammo at the start of the fight. Okay, we've restored virtually everyone's ammo. There's a tiny bit left, 14%, but that's fine. Okay. Right, sorted. Where are we going to line up? Oh, I'm not particularly fond of this map. This river's a pain in the arse. Yeah. There's no decent lines for cover, unfortunately. Hmm. could try and go diagonally across here, which obviously isn't great because they're going to gang up on this unit that's on the end. But we can get the cannons over here and get them set up on here. And then have they got cav? They haven't got cav. Right, that's good. So I can send our general off to see if he can snipe their artillery. I think that should be alright there. And just get the supply wagon, supplying the cannons. Might tell these two to run. In a minute. Is that the right guy? No, it's this Grenzer here that I want to run. There we go. Ouch. Got a lucky overshot on our artillery. Right, we don't want to be firing at Jaegers. So let's just fire up at here, just to relieve the pressure on this unit. I mean, we could actually try and fire at the artillery, but I'm going to see if I can snipe the artillery with the general, so I'm not going to bother. There goes the supply wagon, for a change. And there's no cannonball here. So you could say, oh, a cannonball hit it, but there's no cannonball shot here. So like here, you can see the cannonballs landed, but there's no cannonball mark on the floor here, so yeah, it's just a bug. I have reported it, so fingers crossed it gets fixed as soon as possible. Oh, we're just inside the range. So this is another thing that the devs are looking at trying to fix. There's just some strange thing going on with the pathfinding at the moment and the targeting, so They are looking to fix this stuff, it's challenging, so it might take a short while. Unfortunately, the Jaegers have chased us, so we are going to get shot up a bit. We might still be able to make it if we charge now. We need to just change the angle slightly here. Managed to get the artillery. He could do with a little bit more damage done to him, so just see if we can take him out a little bit. Obviously this is a shame what's happening up here, that he's not coming down. Does kind of feel like cheating, but at the same time there's not much I can do about it. It's not like I want him to remain up there, but see if we can dislodge these. That's him sorted. And then we need all hands on deck to kill these Grenzers. Not Grenzers, sorry, Jaegers. Right, I suppose I should tell these to come and attack up here. No need, the artillery got it for us. Right, so we didn't really take too much casualties there. It was a very clean fight. 180. 180 casualties. My god, these light infantry are just ridiculous. Right, so we're just going to keep taking the money. I think it's fine leaving the ammo as it is. This one did use a little bit more. Top it up slightly. Okay, what have we got? Morale and melee. Don't think I really need that. And then cover and range. 5% range isn't much, so it's probably not worth putting that on. An artillery, so let's put it on. One of these chaps, maybe. I mean, to be fair, don't know whether I want to spend money on unlocking new item slots. So let's just get a new unit. What have we got in here? Foundry. Might be able to pick up something. Another gun for our third artillery, but Hungarian Fusiliers. I don't think that's what I want, is it? No. No, they've got considerably worse stats than the Austrian Fusiliers. That's unfortunate. Shooting stats, I should say. So I could just go for these Grenza recruits, but they don't lead into linemen, and it's kind of linemen that I want. They do lead into linemen eventually, but... So really it's the Crownland recruits going into these Austrian Fusiliers. It's only 4 levels, so I could get that fairly quickly. Austrian Jaegers, 50, 25, 45, 20. So the Austrian Jaegers are actually better. Ah, these have got 200 more men though. Yeah, but the Austrian Jaegers aren't bad at all as a light infantry unit. Yeah, this is a tough choice, this is. So I kind of want to buy another one of these guns, but at the same time, I want to get some more light infantry. I suppose what I could do is get the light infantry, fight this guy, and then buy the gun. That would make perfect sense, wouldn't it? $720. Yep. So that's what we're going to do. It's a shame I sold all the rifles. These could do with having some rifles, but we've got melee, morale and cover. So let's put them on. Could put this on if we wanted, but I just don't see the point. But I'll put some boots on. I suppose I could even give them grenades just for the time being. So we get cheap ammo here, but we've got a ridiculous amount of ammo at the moment, so I really don't think that that's entirely necessary. Let's put this up to 100 and reduce this by 20, or by 30, and this by 30. There we go. Okay, everything is looking honky-dory. I think we can fight this guy now, and then pick ourselves up. Oh, he's actually running away now. Oh, that's funny. So we still didn't end up getting much of our replenishment on the Grenzer sharpshooters, but I think the rest of the army will be able to pick up the slack for us. So once again, just going to move the supply wagon around, make sure everybody's stocked up. So it looks like we've actually brought a little bit too little ammo. We weren't able to top him up to maximum, but don't think it's going to make too much difference. So I'll just leave him down here. I've got a problem with my mouse. I might have to change the batteries, I don't know. Okay. Where do we want to line up? I mean, just here is pretty much perfect, actually. Yeah, I think my mouse is dying. I'll do it after this fight. I'm sure it'll survive one fight. Alright, the question is, do I want to use canister shot? Yeah. Yeah, so if we grab these two, just stick them here for now. It's a bit of a risk, obviously, having them on the front line like this. But canister shot is awesome. Then we could keep the general here just as a secondary backup defense. We can obviously run him in and run him in if we need to, but obviously that's not ideal. Just spread the general out just so any artillery that heads our way is not going to do too much damage. I need to push these forward slightly. Yeah, so let's start the battle. And let's just push these forwards a bit. Apparently I didn't move. I needed to move everybody forward, so I've messed this up a little bit. I didn't realise I wasn't in the perfect position. What am I doing? That's quicker. Right, so we need him there to... yeah, there we go. And then these two need to go from here. Did I not select him? From here to here. There we go. Sorted. We have remedied situation. These go from here to here, and then the artillery, let's unlimber them first. Should have done that at the start of the fight, or in deployment I should say. And then we're going to move them up to here. That should be close enough. For them to be able to shoot past these. I could shorten his line up just slightly just to make sure, but I think it'll be fine. We'll see how it goes. Right, let's see if this supply wagon just randomly retreats now. He's miles away from everything, so he shouldn't do. So we've missed our first volley against him. Managed to land a couple there. There we go, sorted. Right. Let's wait until we've fired a shot, and then we're going to move on to canister fire. He hasn't got any canister rounds. He's still not quite got 100% cover, or 80% like he has. That's still not too bad. What's he on? 77. So he's on 54 kills at the moment. Wow. 87 kills on that volley. Right, we've got the bloody cavalry coming straight at us, unfortunately. So we're going to end up having to eat some casualties with this Grenzer Fusilier. We could try and move him in. Go on, let's try and move him in. Right, I was a bit slow on that there. Need to pull in behind. Yeah, I was very slow on that. Oh, is he gonna... Oh, that was lucky. That was lucky because I was very slow. Okay, sorted. We've dealt with that problem. So let's get the Grenzer Fusiliers back into open formation. And let's get the Deligne over here. Ah, we're actually in front of the cannons here, that's no good. Ah, he's got one musket, has he? Okay, we need to get all of these over here. Yeah, them cannons are doing some work, but we're not really going to be able to... I mean, we might be able to get the canister hitting these if I just move him a little bit in a different direction. Yeah, they're still in range of him, so it's possible. Let's run him over here. Ah, we've routed him anyway. Yeah, not bad at all. 500 losses, 3,500 killed. 7 to 1. How did the artillery do? So he did 256 without the canister, 400 with, 350 with. Not too bad. So these recruits need some decent weapons. We didn't get any rifles or muskets, unfortunately. But yeah, not bad at all. Okay, well, I think we should call it a day for this one. It was a pretty interesting couple of battles. We learnt some stuff. And we'll hopefully be able to go on from here and smash everything. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Cheers for watching, take care, and I shall see you soon.